In this video, I'm going to be breaking down Penny Hardaway and how he was one of the greatest slashers in the NBA, and obviously a really great defender as we see here as well. So let's get down, let's check him out. If you want to become a better shooter in basketball, make sure to go check out my hardest basketball shooting workout down in the description below. Okay, so in this first clip, Allen Iverson is driving or attacking the basket on a fast break, but watch what Penny Hardaway is able to do here. He's able to time that step, and he's able to go off of 2 feet. Now, he's got obviously a height advantage on AI, so that does afford him time to be able to time this up properly, or so that he could get that pin block. However, watch the steps that he's taking up until this point. That last penultimate step is what gets him up into the air much quicker, and of course, then it comes down to the fact that he was able to time those steps. See, if you're the offensive player here, what should have happened is you should have actually went up, maybe taken one more dribble so that you would have the ability to go up with only one step, so he's harder to time the shot, or gives you the ability to do the reverse on the other side. But he was not able to do that, so he got blocked. Hardaway was also a very good passer, as we see here. He knew that he had players trailing him, so that he was able to pass that ball off to a teammate. We're actually able to see it perfectly right here. He looks over his shoulder slightly just so that he can get that pass off. He draws those 2 defenders, and then he was able to get that assist. That is exactly how you're able to get assists, is by looking around the court while you're driving to the basket. And of course, he's one of the greatest slashers of all time, and that's exactly what we see here. He does one dribble near the perimeter. That's one attack dribble. He's attacked inside the 3-point line, and he's only taken that one dribble. He takes 2 big steps, and he was able to finish right at the rim and posterizes his defender. Now here on this drive, he took one dribble. He does a quick fake pass out. He had a help defender coming in, and he had his main defender who was trailing him. So he made that fake pass on his last step, and then he was able to finish at the rim with really no defense at all. If it wasn't for that fake pass, he would have not been able to make this layup. Now, coming off of this attack here, he's able to attack with only one dribble. He gets that ball up high on his last step. This is something that a lot of younger players don't actually practice, and they probably should. Getting that ball up high and then bringing it back down and around those players to be able to finish at the rim is actually a very important skill to have in basketball. That takes a lot of core as well. A lot of core work. And then coming into this next play is, of course, getting down court quick and finishing strong. That's something that every player needs to do as well. Always looking to get down the court as fast as possible. Now, if you're playing the FIBA game, this next one is actually quite hard to do, because in FIBA, you're allowed to play different zones. It's not like the NBA. And it's really hard because a lot of coaches will run zones so that you can't run isolations on the worst or weaker defenders on the other team with your better offensive players. And you can set that up easily by just setting a screen and getting the switch, and then you can get yourself a bad defender. However, what he's able to do here is to back down his player. But watch, when he's backing down, he's not just trying to overpower that guy and try to knock him on his butt like Shaq used to, and a lot of young players try to do, because they feel like they've got some height advantage, or they just feel like, hey, I just need to pound it into this guy because I've seen Shaq do it 6 trillion times. But watch what he does. He's able to get that hop sideways. That's about a 3 to 4 foot move while backing that player in. By moving to the side, you're now creating a new top foot as well, and now you can attack that new top foot by simply just spinning off. Doing this multiple times, doing some shot fakes using really good footwork and pivots can get yourself to the basket. Now, for those internet referees who say that this is a travel, it's not. This is his pivot foot. That's the planted foot. This is the foot that is allowed to move around. I know there's some of you who call this a pivot foot. It depends on the coach that you were growing up around. My coaches and the coaches that I talk to even to this day, this is the pivot foot because that's the foot that's planted on the ground. Watch, he takes one step there, but really, he's allowed to move this foot anywhere he wants. It doesn't matter as long as this foot right here doesn't leave the ground, which it hasn't yet. He spins back around. Because he spins back around, he can actually do a quick shot fake, which is sort of what we kind of see. You can do a shot fake on that reverse spin by just simply looking at the basket. And then he's able to push off of his toe on that pivot foot, and he's able to finish at the rim. By simply learning this footwork and being able to use pivots in game is going to really help you excel your game. But when we do these reverse spins, it's not always just about the footwork. Watch watch what he does with his shoulders. He looks or makes it look like he's dipping his shoulder this way, and he brings the ball from the right to the left side, like if he was about to actually spin that way. And then he dips that foot back to give himself a negative step to push himself forward faster, and you can easily just look at the rim for a shot fake, and then he's able to step through and finish with the nice hook. Oh, and he can also dunk really cool too. I hope that this video has helped you become a better basketball player. If it has, hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure to go check out my hardest basketball shooting workout down in the description below, and I'll see you guys again next time.